Develop. In order for a company to survive in today's competitive marketplace, it must continue to devote resources to developing new products and services. Development. Providing on-the-job training and career development opportunities is a good way for businesses to attract and retain top-quality employees. Devote. After devoting 35 years of her life to working as a secretary to the CEO, Gladys decided she was ready to retire and spend her golden years in the Bahamas. Diagnose. In order to diagnose the cause of the computer malfunction, the technician requested that the machine be brought to the IT department. Diagnosis. Your concise diagnosis of the network problem proved to be very helpful to us when we submitted a trouble ticket to our internet service provider. Dialogue. By maintaining an ongoing dialogue with employees and including them in the decision-making process, management can ensure that employees feel valued and respected. Dignitary. Our former CEO devoted more time playing golf and hobnobbing with stars and dignitaries than he did to actually running the company. Dimension. The dimensions of the machine had to be modified so that it could be shipped in a standard-sized shipping container. Directory. The directory on the wall of the ground floor lobby lists the floor and office numbers of all the businesses in the building. Disappoint. Deborah was extremely disappointed that she did not receive a raise, and while her first impulse was to quit immediately, she later decided to stay on until she found a better position at another company. Disappointing. While Ben's sales figures for the first quarter were rather disappointing, his performance improved considerably over the following months. Discard. Before packing your belongings for the move to our new office facility, please discard any unwanted items in the bin at the end of the hall. Discount. A discount of 10% brought the customer around, and the deal was signed that afternoon. Discouraging. His discouraging sales performance led to his being removed from the sales team and assigned to perform routine office work. Discrepancy. We must go over company accounts very carefully to ensure that no discrepancies are found when our auditor comes next week. Discrimination. Although gender discrimination in the sales department is something that is not discussed openly, it is a fact that there are very few women on the sales staff. Disk. At the end of each business day, all files on the company computer system are saved to a disk and filed away. Dismiss. John was dismissed by his boss after it was discovered that his drinking problem made it difficult for him to perform his duties. Disparate. While the CEO and the board of directors had disparate views on how the company should be run, they did agree that poorly performing divisions should be sold off. Disperse. The new management team believes that knowledge of company finances should be dispersed among all departments, thus enabling department heads to make better budgeting decisions. Display. A new designer has been hired to create window displays for the upcoming holiday season, as last year's displays were less than satisfactory. Display. Those of you in the training program who display leadership qualities and strong communication skills will be considered for a management position. Disposable. As the poor economy has left consumers with less disposable income, we have decided to devote more resources to the promotion of our low-price product line. Dispose of. An office cleaning lady was hired to dust and clean all the desks, vacuum or mop the floors, and dispose of all waste. Dispute. If we are unable to resolve the dispute with our suppliers soon, we may have no choice but to take them to court. Disrupt. The meeting was disrupted when the power suddenly went out, throwing the conference room into darkness. Disruption. The firing of the new secretary caused little disruption in the office, as the boss waited until after hours to call her into his office. Disseminate. We need to disseminate this information through the office so that anyone with questions will be sure to bring them up at the lunch discussion tomorrow. Distinct. We are confident that the cutting-edge technology featured in our new product will give us a distinct advantage over our competitors. Distinguish. As counterfeiters become increasingly sophisticated, it is more and more difficult to distinguish between knockoffs and genuine products. Distinguished. Many distinguished guests have been invited to attend the product launch, which should guarantee extensive media coverage. Distract. An efficiency expert was called in to advise the company on how to eliminate all the factors in the workplace that distract employees from their work. Distraction. When brainstorming new ideas, our manager likes to shut out all distractions by closing his office door and telling his secretary to hold all calls. Distribute. In an effort to attract customers, the new restaurant hired students to distribute flyers advertising their lunch special around the neighborhood. Distribution. The distribution of free samples proved to be an effective promotional strategy as sales of the product rose dramatically during the following months. Distributor. Several firms are vying to become the sole distributor of our beauty products in North America, but we have yet to make a final decision. District. The main offices of the corporation are housed in the downtown business district, but their production facilities are located in outlying areas. Disturb. I'm sorry to disturb you during your lunch hour, but there is a call for you from Mr. Henderson on line 2. Disturbance. A disgruntled former employee caused a disturbance at the office when he entered the building and demanded to talk to the president. Disused. The disused warehouse was eventually torn down to make way for more parking spaces for the new office complex. Diverse. That software company creates software products and solutions for a diverse range of corporate and government clients. Diversify. In an attempt to diversify their product line, the company hired 2 top-notch designers known for their creativity and knowledge of market trends. Divide. The workload for this project should be divided equally among team members, and tasks should be assigned in accordance with members' skill sets. Dividend. Many investment experts recommend buying stocks that pay dividends, as they tend to exhibit less price volatility than stocks that don't pay dividends. Donate. When asked if he would be willing to donate to the charity, the president very generously signed a check for a large sum of money. Down payment. To get rid of overstock, the auto dealership decided to offer full financing with no down payment on last year's models. Draw. The exhibition of paintings by Renaissance masters drew large crowds to the museum throughout its 2-month run. Dress code. Our dress code is extremely clear, and we expect you to follow it consistently or consider looking for a new job elsewhere. Dry run. Everyone needs to clear their schedule tomorrow, as we will be performing a final dry run in preparation for the product launch on Monday. Due. The final payment on this machine was due last month, but as of now we have heard nothing from our customer regarding the payment. Due largely to. Our increase in prices this year is due largely to the fact that the raw materials used to produce our products have become significantly more expensive. Duplicate. Mr. Jacobs asked his secretary to make duplicates of the files and have them on his desk by 10 o'clock the following morning. Durable. A key selling point of our new line of kitchen knives is that they are more durable than those sold by our competitors. Duration. The meeting was slated to last for 2 hours, but the total duration from start to finish turned out to be considerably longer. Duty. Catherine's duties as administrative assistant include answering phones, setting up appointments, and performing general clerical work. Dynamic. Our firm is seeking dynamic, goal-oriented management professionals who are skilled at motivating employees to perform at their best. Earnings. Earnings have grown steadily since the company went public in 1998, increasing at a compound annual rate of 12%. Economical. Employees who commute by car to work every day are advised to purchase an economical model that gets good gas mileage. Economy. The government recently introduced a financial stimulus package in an attempt to bolster the weakening economy. Effective. Many businesses find participating in job fairs to be a highly effective and cost-efficient means of recruiting new employees. Efficient. Because Andrew was a very efficient worker, he always finished projects on time and never had to put in overtime. Electrician. An electrician was called in to inspect the building's electrical system, and replaced any damaged wiring. Elegance. Elaine wore a stunning dress, and she was the picture of elegance that night at the Christmas ball. Elegant. Our hotel's luxury business suites, which boast elegant furnishings and wireless internet access, are popular with executive travelers. Element. The key elements of a good business plan include an executive summary, company analysis, industry analysis, marketing plan, and financial plan. Eligible. Part-time employees are eligible for the same benefits available to full-time employees, with the exception of long-term disability coverage and participation in the company retirement plan. Eliminate. As part of the restructuring process, the corporation will be reducing or eliminating all unnecessary employee and infrastructure costs. Embark. After working as a chemical engineer for 8 years, Howard decided to join a chemical supply firm and embark on a new career in sales. Embassy. After receiving a threatening letter, the embassy decided to shut its doors for 3 days as it assessed the viability of the threat. Emphasis. The department head has decided that in the coming year, more emphasis will be placed on maintaining relationships with established customers than on developing new customers. Emphasize. During the meeting, the Vice President of Sales emphasized the need to devote more company resources to the development of new sales channels. Enclose. When sending in your completed job application form, please enclose a cover letter, resume, and any other relevant documentation. Encounter. I'm confident that your first sales presentation will go smoothly, but should you encounter any difficulties, please don't hesitate to call me. Encourage. To encourage our sales staff to shine, in addition to regular sales commissions, we are also offering generous bonuses to sales reps who meet monthly sales targets. Encouragement. Managers at our firm are taught to use encouragement rather than criticism to motivate employees who are not performing up to their potential. Engage. Karen's boss instructed her to engage the services of a rental agency to find a new office space before the lease on the current office expires. Engagement. Miss Connolly's personal assistant left her a note on her desk to remind her about her business engagement that afternoon. Enhance. The company president would like to enhance our production capabilities, but he realizes that the process will be an arduous one. Enroll. In order to fine-tune my writing skills, I decided to enroll in a business writing class through the local university extension program in the fall. Enrollment. Summer enrollment slipped last year after many people decided not to travel because of the weak dollar.